Hi everyone, it's Stephen and welcome back to episode 5 of Lando Town. Today we're going to be redoing this whole industrial area up here and moving that a little bit further north and putting another, maybe elevating this and putting a housing development in there. That'll look quite nice. I think this Garland Heights is just too big of an industrial area and I think a lot of people are finding it quite hard to get to, so we're going to change that. We're going to hopefully have a look at some policies and put some policies in place from some different areas, be it speed bumps, be it no parking on roadside. That's something we're going to tackle today as well. We're also going to be putting in this downtown area, so you can see I've adjusted our district and just split this up into various areas, just so it's not one big downtown area. So in the Lando downtown, we're going to be adding some mixed commercial and residential buildings, and I think we'll do that along the main high street. That will hopefully create a better skyline in that main downtown area. We're also going to be addressing this happiness bar here. You can see how of some areas I'm doing really well in. It says reliable mail service. I haven't put any mail in yet, so that's definitely another thing we're going to be tackling today, as well as things like the high crime, the healthcare. I think we need to adjust the budget and maybe have a look at some areas that's covering. We also might take a look at adding in a university as well, but maybe not today. But we definitely want to have a look at spending our development points. So we're going to go ahead and do that first. We've got 5 available. We might not use all of them, but it gives us the option if we want to. So if we start from the bottom, we won't take any of these just yet. Sorting facility I might do in the near future. I'm definitely going to buy the large parks. That's 2 development points. That's a big chunk of our development points gone, but I definitely want some large parks. I'm a big fan of the large parks. We're going to leave that for now. I definitely want a welfare office. Talking of crime earlier, I think that's definitely something we need to be looking at. We probably have a lot of low-income citizens, and yeah, this is going to help hopefully keep the crime down and keep the likelihood of reoccurring crime down. So let's go ahead and get that. Is there anything else that I actually want though? Haven't got a uni yet, so I'm not worried about those. Not worried about those. Not worried about those. I think that's it for now. I might get a crematorium as well. That's only 1 point, but we'll do that if we start to get reports of lots of dead bodies. Yeah, that sounds awful, doesn't it? But yeah. What I will do with the last 2 points, though, is get some larger roads. If we decide we want to expand in the near future, we're definitely going to need some larger roads. So let's go ahead and get that as well. And we can potentially target that highways. We can potentially target the highways on the next one too. Right. So, wicked. So the first thing I'm going to do is go in and just demolish all of this. Get rid of this whole area. I'll probably keep this main road here, and then we'll raise this up a little bit. So you see we've got a little bit of some mixed terrain here to work with. So I'm going to make this more of a steeper slope and raise the platform of our residential area. So let's go ahead and smash that out now. So you can see I've deleted all of that. I'm going to relocate this landfill site, and hopefully these abandoned lorries that are deep in the mud here will hopefully be able to get out, and we'll rebuild along there. Okay, so let's get that road network in and get this land here terraformed. Right, so we've got that in place. That looks good. I've put that in the corner there. I might adjust this road here quickly, and then I'm going to terraform all this area. So let's get all of this zoned up now. We'll mark in all the bits in the center that we know we want industrial buildings on. And then we're going to specifically zone out the rest of them, just because I don't want some of them too close. So we'll just leave a little gap on some of these, just so we keep that cliff edge. I don't really even call it a cliff edge, but just to keep that zone there. There we go. Keeps a little bit of a gap between the sea and the cliff edge, and we're going to put some trees, some vegetation around the side. Right, I think that looks really good. We'll smash in some vegetation quick. I don't actually know. I know in the old city skylines, you put vegetation near any industrial area, it would totally kill it. Is that the case for this as well? I assume we're about to find out. We can use this as a bit of a test. The trees take ages to grow, so it's not something we're going to find out in the next 5 to 10 minutes. Right, that's better. I've made an effort to put some trees along this cliff edge here. Just gives a bit of protection in terms of sight for those that are going to be living up here on this little hilltop. We are going to have to connect some roads up to here. What I'm thinking is we have an elevated road coming down and dividing into a little fork onto this one. So one that can go onto the education island, and one that can connect up to our office area and obviously heading towards the downtown. So there, and let's put it down to 0. Hang on, let's do one more click, and then we put it down to 0. Obviously we are going to curve this around to meet up to there, and then curving this round to meet to there. How does that look? Oh, see, I don't know if that's a little bit too sharp. I might redo that bit. We can always have it going further along that road. It's not an issue. That one looks okay. Unless, if we have it more like that. How does that look? I think that looks okay now. That doesn't look too bad. What I will do though is go to our road services tool. I will disable left turning here. Let's have a look. It says no U-turns. Can I disable left turns? I assume that's what that means. And on this one, I'm going to have no right turns either. So U-turns is disabled. It classes that as a U-turn. Okay, that's fair enough. I don't want cars to do that anyway. I think if they're going up here, they're not going to want to instantly come down there. They can always go down this one or go down that one. That's not too much of a longer journey. I don't think that's too much to ask, certainly. Okay, so that's starting to look good. And then we can connect all of this up here. I'll do that a little bit later. We're going to make that housing district or housing area a little bit later on. Okay, so the next plan of action is to build our post office area in here. Actually, no, I'm going to do that next. So our next plan of action is to go into our downtown area, and this is going to be a great opportunity to use our mixed housing areas. I'm going to zone all of this up with mixed housing here, and all of this up as well. I am going to delete the buildings I've got in, just so it's clear. There we go. Just so it's clear that those are the areas that are going to be popping up. And then I'm going to put some commercial down here. And then this is the area where I'm going to add in my post office before we press play and see how this is looking at game speed. So the plan is to come out from here. We'll roughly just select that for now and see how it looks. I'll put a roundabout at the end. Still a big fan of those. And then we'll see what size our post office looks like. Okay, so I can't put it there. I mean, this whole area is going to be a dedicated post office area. So we'll put that there. Nice. And let's just check what the upgrades are. So that one will fit there. Nice. And that one will fit there. Nice. That's good. I love how that's looking. So that's brilliant. That goes right up to there. Nice. And this one will go right up on that side. Good. I can put some things in over here later on. Maybe parking, maybe a park, but yeah, we'll come to that. So I want to extend out to this way as well. And will it go across the path? Yeah, oh, nice, that looks good. Ends up putting a path in there. That looks pretty cool. And then we're going to build up this way as well. The plan is I don't even know if I want that last bit in there. The plan is to put some small housing down the back here and maybe some commercial along this side. So let's again put another roundabout in. Make this into a little close. We're getting lots of low density housing demand, so this is perfect. Another little pocket along the back here. There we go, we can have them running in line along the back. Oh, we can even put them there as well. Or would I like a gap? No, I'm gonna put some trees along there just to hide the houses. I think that'll act as quite a nice walkway as well. I'm probably going to do the same with the commercial this side. So we put our commercial here, and it's nice to have, I'm going to put some commercial here. Let's go, I don't know what size these are going to be. Am I right in thinking that we divide it into half and half? We're going to have a little bit of commercial along here as well. I might actually leave that and let the commercial come in at the front, and then when that's developed, put some commercial at the back. Again, this side we're going to have some housing. A little bit down the end there. That leaves room for upgrade. I do need to check how big that upgrade was. So that one's going to go that side. That's perfect. That does fit nicely in there. I might actually de-zone 2 of these again, just so there's a little bit of space on that side. The rest can be commercial. And then we're going to turn this into a small district area. There we go. That's Kingsfield. I am going to, this looks really messy, so I am going to go in and use our road services tool and take out this crossing. Nice. And I think it's going to be better to have some stop signs here, because I think the flow of traffic coming out here is not going to be that great. It's only going to be a few little households and our mail service is coming out of there. Well, this road is always busy, so I think it's important we keep that clear. I can fill in the rest in a minute. Okay, so let's press play and see how that is starting to look. And I suspected they've gone up really quickly. Whoa, there's a floating lorry. Oh, he found the path. That's pretty cool. Floated along the path, as are all these pedestrians. That is interesting. If you've never seen a ghost before, there you go. And suddenly they're back to life. What I am going to do before this develops any more, quickly pause it. We're going to do the Jacob's Village special and just make sure we've got in some parking. I feel like this is a great place for some parking. There we go. We'll make that the magic 5. We're not here to rip people off. We are here to ensure happy people. Let's put a car park this side as well. Any chance for a car park is a good opportunity. We'll get one in this end as well. Again, magic 5. $5, £5, whatever you call it. Press play. Oh, before I forget, I think it's quite fitting to have some parking here. So let's just pause it, quickly de-zone this and put some parking in there. We might have to de-zone another building, but that's okay. What should we go for? Small car park? Yeah, that's the right size with the house in line that I put together. So that is cool. Let's press play. And while that's doing that, I keep clicking on that tree. I keep thinking that's the vegetation, but it's not. There we go. We've just gone a little bit random on that one. There we go. Sometimes it's good not to do it uniform and just to mix it up. Alright, brilliant. That's starting to take shape. Our buildings are starting to come in, which is awesome. I can't quite get in the commercial along the back here. They're not all in yet, but that's brilliant. We have a little bit of demand still for low density residential, but that's what I'm going to be putting up here in a bit. I might have another road coming down off of there, connecting up both our industrial area and onto this main road. So I'll be doing that in a bit. Next thing I need to do is get in our actual post boxes. and have a look at the placement and see where we're going to put these. So if we click on mailbox here, and if I think about where I'm going to put these, I'm going to try and target each district. Some districts might need a couple depending on how dense they are, but let's put one here opposite our bus depot. Let's put one in Orchard Way opposite the park. Springtown's going to need one. We can put that in the most dense area here. Pearl Acres also going to need one. We'll put one on this crossroads. Nice. And then we'll get one in Linden Bluff as well. Let's put it opposite the park, or our plaza that we have. Linden Creek is quite tucked away. We'll get one on the main road here. Let's go one round the back here in our row housing. Of course, we'll put one here opposite the power plant, and then we've got some buildings coming up here, our mixed housing, so we're definitely going to need one there. That's a definite. I'm going to put one opposite there because it's going to be really built up area. One here. One here as well. I don't know if there's a good, put it opposite that. One definitely opposite these bigger buildings. One opposite the Creme. Let's go one outside of our medical centre. Garland Corner definitely needs one. We'll get one. Ooh, where should we get one? Debating whether to put it down here or down here. We could do both. Let's do both. And let's get one in Evergreen Downs down there as well. So Willow Crossing is definitely going to need some. So let's put one down here. That seems quite central to Willow Crossing. And anywhere else need one? Oh, we need some in, wow, this is red. So Green Peak will definitely need one. Again, if I put one here, it covers all of that area. So we'll put that opposite the park. That should keep them happy. And Umberdale, we're going to have one opposite the college, one opposite the high school, and then let's go one opposite, let's put it outside the parking, and Briar Logging Camp as well. We'll put that outside the campsite fire. Nice. So I think if we just zoom out a little bit, that is hopefully covered. There's no big gaps where people aren't able to access a mailbox. So that's looking really good. Looking really, really good. I've got bad news, guys. Unfortunately, after taking a small break, I forgot to press the record button. Rookie error. But just keeping you up to date with what I've done. I've made a few small changes. I have put in our energy consumption awareness on every little town we've got. I've also been looking at our happiness of our town, and we put in some masts. We had to put 3 in to cover the whole. We've got one over here and one down here to cover all of our city, all of Lando Town. I've also been trying to tackle the high crime. It's gone down from -12 to -8. I've put another police station in here, and I've selected the various operating areas. I've tried to keep this one with all the southern towns, and then our police station that we have in the north. Make sure I don't accidentally select that one. Police station I have in the north here. That's going to be covering all our northern districts. The same with the medical centre. I just felt like with the few ambulances we have, it wasn't able, even though I upgraded it, still wasn't enough to cover the whole town. So we had to put another one up here. And we've got, again, similar sort of thing. This one's covering all the districts in the north, and then we're using this one, all the districts in the south. Slightly different that this one's covering Orchard Way, but I felt like that was a good way to cover the whole city. We'd got our mixed commercial buildings in here, and you can see how it's got the shops at the bottom. I think it's a great addition to the game. I think it's quite nice. It looks realistic. Looks like your typical high street would look, with shops all the way along. So that does look really good. It's a good way to improve our skyline. I did have one issue reflecting over here and realised that I deleted all of our industrial area from here and moved it up to here. Downside being that I forgot the ground was polluted. And I've given it a month and it still hasn't changed. And you can see, although we've got plenty of demand for that low residential, no one has moved in here. So I'm a little bit stuck what to do. So if you've got any suggestions in the comments, please let me know, because I don't know what to do about that. Do I now have to use this land for commercial? Is there anything I can, for commercial, for industrial, is there anything I can do with it? So yeah, your thoughts would be great on that one. We've just spent our development points as well. For those that are keeping track of what I'm buying, I finally got the highways one. So if we want to expand out now, buy some more tiles, move the city on a little bit, build some different areas. I've got that available. I've got crematoriums. I think that is going to take care of some of our healthcare coverage issues. I don't know if that's slowly related to the medical centre, or if that's now going to solve some of the problems with the dead bodies and getting them cremated. But hopefully that will help. I haven't put it in yet because it's a massive building. Get that welfare office as well. And we purchased large parks that I managed to put in one down here, and that was a large playground. I mean, it's quite big when you look at it, but in terms of space it covers, it's not really that big. It would be interesting to see actually some of, where was one of the earliest parks we put in? I mean, we could actually do with some parks here, because that doesn't look great, does it? Not many parks. I'm trying to think where one of the earliest parks is we put onto the game. And just to see what some down here. No, it's not letting me click on that. There we go. Maintenance 72%. I'm sure we've got some much older ones in. We might actually need some parkways maintenance on those. So we will have to monitor that closely. You know, it's worrying that I can't see the parks, guys. Oh, here we go. I've got a couple there. I do have a couple there. I've got more than I thought. Oh, I forgot we have this is probably one of the earliest ones we put in. I forgot we had I think this is a dog park right in the middle. It is a dog park. Wow, 20%. Okay, so that really does need looking at. I think if we look at putting in our park maintenance depot, again, really big building. I could put this, I say really big, it's not too bad, but compared to our, here it is, welfare, you can see how that's pretty large. That's going to take up a really big space. Likelihood is we're going to have to put together a separate area for that one. Maybe we can look to place this down here and have a little built up area. Not sure what I'm going to do. If I have a small industrial area here, but I need to make sure it's far enough from Green Peak, because I don't want this to get polluted in any way, shape or form. So if you've enjoyed it, please give it a like, and if you're enjoying following the journey, then please subscribe so you don't miss the next one, and follow how we develop, and hopefully we can sort out this issue here in Manor Hilltop. And I look forward to seeing you all in the next one. Take care, guys.